sounds so cute and petite today. What are you talking about? Because I took the bass from my voice down like 10%. How's it going? Okay, where we left off yesterday, we did the NES, we did the PlayStation 2, we did the Super Nintendo, we did pretty much every single console up until PC. And I think PlayStation 1. So let's just go for it. All right, here we go. PlayStation 1. Right off the bat, we're going to do Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross is the sequel to Chrono Trigger, obviously. Also, I can do this. I think it'll probably be a little helpful. But anyways, Chrono Cross is sequel to Chrono Trigger. It was a PlayStation 1 game. It's unfortunately kind of not great. I would give this game, if you were to give me a true, hey, like, forget about nostalgia and how much you cared about this whole franchise, I would give this game probably like a 7, or like a 6.8 out of 10. And that's because it directly compares to Chrono Trigger, which is like a 10.0 to me. I would give it like a 7. I think the game was just a little too... It went kind of completely off the rails. The story is kind of all over the place. It's interesting, but also not interesting at all. There's 40 fucking playable characters, so it can be kind of difficult to really get like a group that you, okay, this is the group of the video game. But in that same world, it can be fun to kind of make a weird team that is like, oh, can I make this team work? It's a kind of a Pokemon system where red beats blue. Everybody has like a magic kind of stamp on them. It's like, oh, red beats blue, but blue beats green, and green beats yellow, and yellow beats white, and white you know what I mean? It's one of those kind of systems. I'm not going to eliminate this, but it's definitely not 4. And I don't even think it's 3. But it's definitely up there. I'm going to give it 2, because I think that's where it belongs. All right, Family Feud, the Louis Anderson edition, specifically the Louis Anderson edition. I've played Family Feud. I want to say probably 30 times on this stream. I've played every version for every console, for every computer, for every all the way back to like the Amiga. This is the best version of this game.
I've got the questions, you've got the answers. Let's have some fun.
I love that green screen footage where they just shot over the course of maybe 2 or 3 hours every single thing that was going to be in this game. Plus, he dances.
100 people surveyed. We got the top 7 answers. You just gotta guess them. Good luck.
He just like screamed.
Name something a teacher might take away from a pupil.
Note in class. Yep. That's number 1 for sure. All right, yeah, this is a 1-star. It's great. I love it. Ooh. Okay, this is Heart of Darkness. This game, nobody cares about this game. Nobody knows about this game but me. I'm the only guy that knows. I'm the only one that knows about this game. This is a first 4-star PlayStation game. This is made by the same dude that was responsible for Another World or Out of This World, which is also a fantastic game. You'll be able to tell just judging by the kind of the way things are. The reason why this game is so high is because it was on multiple discs, but all the backgrounds are... Let's see if I can get a good view of this. The animation, this is like full CG animated shit back on the PlayStation 1, and this was early PS1. Creative Another World worked on this game. Yeah. I mean, this was his magnum opus. I think it's unfortunate because, I forget his name, but this game was so difficult to develop, and he spent so much time on this. I think he quit game development because of this game. Because it just was so too much, and it was such a fucking mess. I think this was one of the games that he was like, I'm kind of done. It didn't really sell that well. It didn't really do very well. It got kind of panned at the time. It was just way too hard and way too weird, I think, for people to appreciate what was underneath all that. And the game is very, very difficult. Like I said, it's one of those get hit once you die. If one of these guys touches you and well, he got touched, but you know what I'm saying? You don't have a health bar. You just die if the game decides you're going to die in 1 second. But this shit was really difficult. Also, I have a video on this game, and I'm going to repeat what that guy from 15 years ago said. This has got some of the most, like, brutal ways to die. There's dozens and dozens of custom death animations for this poor little dude. Like being eaten, being like burnt, being like exploded. It's crazy that they put that all in. But I consider this one of my favorite games of all time, and probably one of my favorite PlayStation games. Final Fantasy VII is not on this list, but this is. Do you see what I mean? Like, dude, this is awesome. And shit would go right into a cutscene and then would come out of a cutscene. It was very ahead of its time, it was, and unfortunately, it made the dude want to quit video games forever. Yeah, it's a beautiful game. It's a wonderful experience. 10 out of 10, recommend it. Hey, look, Mega Man Legends. Is there a video of me saying that I hate this game? Because I would like to retract that statement from 2019 or whatever it was. I notoriously never played the second one, and I told everybody I was going to play it like a week later. The disc is still sitting behind me. I had fun with this. It's one of the only Mega Mans on this list because, well, of course, it's one of the weird ones. I have to put a weird Mega Man on here. I'm thinking about giving this a 2. Because I do remember how much fun it was to, like, do this. And how kind of different this whole thing was at the time. Normal Mega Man is a snore. This was a great one, though. I'm going to give this a 2. I think it belongs there. All right, here we go. It's time for another... Do I give this a 4 right just right now? Just get it out of the way? Yeah. Metal Gear Solid, obviously. One of those... It's just like changed... One of those changed everything video games. I loved this game because everybody that got to that part where you had to get tortured, it was very difficult to not have... You have to get to the end screen. I would always... Didn't matter who I used to get phone calls about this. You had to tap circle as fast as you could to avoid getting... I think it was a very, very specific part of unlocking secret shit was you had to withstand the torture. And it was very difficult. And I could do that. I was in... Is that... Wait, that's in 2? No, that's in 1. That's in 1. That's definitely in 1. It was for a different ending. Yeah. That's the only way you get the true ending. So I did this one day over a friend's house. Because my friend owned this game. I didn't own this game. So he got to the part of the game where he needed my help. Because I was over there watching him play it. And I took the controller and I destroyed that and beat it. He got his true ending. And then word got around that like I was the guy that could do that. So people were kind of giving me calls and calling me, hey man, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Hi, how's things? Oh, dude, how's... You know, you want to like come over and we can like catch up a little bit? Oh, do we ride our bikes? Oh, also, you like Metal Gear Solid, right? Yeah, of course I do. Oh man, like it'd be crazy if you came over and I'm at this part that's like wicked difficult, but I heard you're fucking sick. And I would beat this for like 3 different people. I was the one that could withstand the Metal Gear Solid torture of my friend group. That's a lie. It's really not. It really isn't. What a dumb thing to lie about. I should tell you I can like bench press 250. That's like fucking that. Okay. I was the Metal Gear Solid torture guy. I mean, for a time, and then I got my own copy.
In other words,
I mean, it's the best action stealth espionage, tactical shoot, eat ration, talk to Otacon game in history. Again, what? Oh, dude! Oh, I'm a liar, huh? Oh, I'm a liar. Oh, look at how much of a liar he is. Check this out. Check this out. Look at how fucking hard this was. You had to tap circle 1,000 times. They did this to you like over and over and over again.
we're not finished yet.
Oh, we're not finished yet. Do it again. Look at the timer. Look at that health. You had to like... This shit was fucking impossible. This person's using a tool-assisted playthrough, I think. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4 stars. One of the best games ever made. Monster Rancher 2, also 4 stars. I actually might give it a 3. I just thought about it for one more second. Hold on. No, this gets a 4. It's definitely a 4. It's definitely one of my favorite games ever. This could go toe-to-toe with Metal Gear Solid, which it will. But I have to decide which one's more important to me. This one's more important to me than anything. This is gonna beat like half the shit on this entire list. This is a 4. All the stream content, all the Like the tournament that we did. It's just both impact and fun. The CD shit, dude. You know how many draws I rifled through when I was younger to find every single CD in the entire house? It's a 4-star. You all know it. We don't need to talk about it anymore. This is okay. Oddworld is another one of those. Like, PlayStation is a new console, and look at how crazy it is that you can do so much interesting things. Everything can kill you. Everybody has a gun that shoots across the whole map. I love it, though. I love this whole thing. I remember all the advertisements for it. I remember being at friends' houses, and we just laughing. In my PlayStation catalog that I was ever exposed to, that I ever really cared about, that's not one of them. That's going to continue. This one absolutely is, though. Yeah, this... You want to talk about impact? Parappa the Rapper. I got this on Christmas. And when I unwrapped that, and I saw what was in that present, I was like, there's no way. I actually got Parappa the Rapper. And the game is very simple, but it was at a point in time when... I don't know. It just like... Stuff like this might seem nowadays as kind of... a little dated, maybe? But you gotta remember, back when this stuff wasn't really that prevalent, how many things this game spawned, how many creative minds this thing tapped into, how many developers, how many just people that make anything. People put Parappa the Rapper like up there in their top 10, top 20. It influenced the entire space and everyone in it for a decade. And again, I have another, the Burger Boy technique. Getting cool was really, really hard unless you gave the controller to Burger Boy. Because he would just mash every button. And it was just like, and it would just be like, do it, and he would get cool. And I remember being so annoyed because like I would get it so perfect. Like, I gotta relieve, I gotta redeem. And he would just be like, and they would work. And I'd be like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. And then you get to do the freestyle, and it's the funniest shit ever. Because it's just like 5 words. Like, yeah, it's like, scream, go, oh, uh-oh, scream. So it's like, scream, 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 uh-oh, scream, 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 I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna scream. And, oh, God, I gotta play this game again. Okay, I'm gonna do something here that people are not gonna like, myself included. This is the best light gun game franchise. Without a doubt. You've seen me play it when I had my CRT. Point Blank is the best light gun game. Better than Time Crisis. Better than House of the Dead. Point Blank is where it's at. 100%. The problem is, do I give... I just had to put these all on here because they meant so much. I had the light gun. I did eventually have the light gun in my adult years for Point Blank. It was kind of like Mario Party meets light gun. And I think that's why it was so fun. It was almost like, no, it was almost like WarioWare, Mario Party, and Duck Hunt had a baby. And that was why it was just so engaging. Dr. Don and Dr. Dan, obviously iconic video game characters that have been forgotten. I don't know how they haven't been in anything else. I think they were like stickers in the PlayStation Smash Brothers Ultimate game or something. I don't know if any, I think what I'm, because I put, let's just go down here just for you to see it. The arcade version of this game, this one here, is the one that I probably put the most time into, if that makes sense. If I'm going to rate a Point Blank, it probably should be the arcade one. I remember going to this machine when the arcade was a big thing and getting a handful of tokens in my pocket. I would go to this machine and I would stay there until all the tokens were gone because I just wanted to play it over. I probably sat there for like hours playing this. And yeah, was there a line of people behind me saying like, come on, dude, and me being, you know, with a snarl and foam in my mouth, like, get it! But whatever, it's a 2-player game. I'm gonna give it 3. I'm gonna give that like 3 as a franchise, and how, because that's like incredibly important, but not quite there all the way. And I'm gonna do this. That's painful to do that, but I think it makes sense. All right, original Resident Evil for the PlayStation 1. I don't know how this gets anything lower than a 4. The problem with giving this a 4, though, which I'm afraid to do, is that then every Resident Evil game that I also is on this list, I'm trying to think of what else is on here. Is it a Mario situation where they're all a 4? Or should I be realistic? Resident Evil 2 is on here. The remakes are on here, too. Those are definitely not getting 4. Yeah. I love the get this key to go in that door, kind of like Metroid-esque. I'm figuring something out about myself here. I love the Metroid sort of get this key to open that door. Those doors are locked, but you know they're there. Go back after you get that power up and go after you get that key and go in that door. A ton of these games do that. Not a single Metroid game is on this list. I don't care about Metroid like at all. I've never even played them. I played the Super Metroid game and I was like, oh, this is kind of good. I've never played a single Metroid game. Period. But I've played all the games that are copying that original formula. That's fine. It's fine to have a bunch of 4s. It'll be interesting at that final tier list. The remake was really good too, but it just stands side by side with Resident Evil 1. I love that there's been some studios and some independent studios that have been going back to this formula of nasty, gnarly, ugly fucking games. I don't want the fucking Unreal 5 lighting. I want nasty, ugly, gnarly, even if the game is not horror. Bring back the gnarly, dirty, rusty fucking games. I don't even care. Bring them back. Bring back those textures that like just Okay, Skull Monkeys. This is gonna be pretty high. Not that high. This is a sequel to The Neverhood, which I think we have to do that first. So let me do that first because this is The Neverhood 2. Where's The Neverhood? We're going to go PC. Why is Harvester on the list? Well, it's on the list for me to do this. But Harvester is an unforgettable, horrific game. If you can stomach how uncanny and awful and weird this game is, it stays with you for months. And there's nothing even truly, there's no like jump scares or like screaming monsters or like a giant alien that jumps and screams in your face. It's not, it's just so unsettling and awful. It's just bizarre. It's weird. It's one of those, sprite FMV actor games, which is this just, I feel like if people started doing these too, I feel like this would hit pretty hard nowadays as well. Playing through this on stream was one of the strangest and most off-putting experiences of my life. And honestly, this game might even be TOS. I don't even know if it is. Is this game like banned on Twitch? Like as of 2025, 2026? No, okay. Because I remember it was somebody just awful themes and it was, I can't even describe it. But it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna move on. But it had to be on this list so you could just see it again and realize if you've never heard of this game before, it is absolutely an M18 plus experience and it's going to stay with you for like 3 months. So if you're not prepared for that, I would not recommend it. I remember the Horsemen were talking about this, like, oh, should I play it? And it's like, if you want like till like a month to go by and have you to be like, just, ugh, it's like, bleh. It's like, feel like gross. It's very memorable, but it's not even that bad. You get it when you play it. You just like this, everything, all this stuff feels just bad and weird. Okay, The Neverhood. This is, let's just do that. I am going to be very honest with everybody here. It's going to be very difficult, in fact, nearly impossible for something to be more important than this game. Anything. I'm talking Team Fortress 2. I'm talking World of Warcraft. I'm talking Diablo. It's going to be very difficult. That's going to be hard to do this. This is the single greatest video game experience I've ever had in my entire life. Probably. This is back when DreamWorks. So this is a weird scenario here where like DreamWorks at one point was like, you know what? We're going to make crazy high fidelity video games. And it's back at a time when these kind of claymation based, clay was kind of really in back in like the kind of mid 90s. And it stuck with me for the rest of my life. Everything is like handmade in clay. Everything, it's a point and click adventure game. They went on to make a couple of sequels that I didn't really think were very good, but still okay. The music of this guy, Terry Scott Taylor, you've heard this soundtrack 1,000 times. It's just one of the most important pieces of media. TV show, movie, book, game, it's up there in like the top 3. And everything is and by the way, let's keep this in mind. None of this is fake. This is all 100% made out of clay or wood. The entire game is. And some of these scenes were, and you know what else is really interesting about this game? Actually, Holly brought this up when I was talking about this. There's something about the black background that adds to the contrast, that adds to this game's uneasiness. It seems like so void and so empty and so just the black background. When you go into the first person mode and you walk around this kind of neighborhood, the actual like town itself, and the music is like scary, and just look at this black background, this black void. It's a 4-star, and they did make a couple of sequels. I have a video on this game. I've talked about it 1,000 times. There really is just kind of nothing like this. And there's been some indie studios that have made some kind of games in this kind of world, but it just doesn't hit the same way. This character, and this is the Earthworm Jim, people that made Earthworm Jim. And it's just that kind of weird, cartoony, but not all the way cartoony. This game feels like an expensive Soviet film. Oh no, expressive Soviet film. Yeah, I kind of get what you mean. It stays with you. It'll stay with you forever. I played it when I was like 12, 13. And games like this is the reason why I turned into the guy that I turned into. It's just a fact. Doesn't matter how I want to spin it or talk about it. This just is a fact. That's going to be one of the hardest games to beat in that like top 10 list for sure. So going back down here, doing all that, the actual reason why I want to do that first is because this is the sequel. This is technically the Neighborhood 2. They decided that they were going to make it a kind of a platformer. It went from being like an adventure game to a 2D platformer. I still like it. I still really love it for its existence, but it just didn't hit the same. It wasn't really a great platformer as much as it was a great, again, showcasing what cool claymation can look like. But I'm going to do something that's going to be that's very difficult for me to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to give it one. I had to give it one. I had to give it one. I couldn't just let it go. I couldn't just let it go. It gets one. It can fight for its life. There's a place where everyone can be happy. It's the most beautiful place in the whole wide fucking world. I actually probably shouldn't play this because the VOD is going to get deleted. Tony Hawk 2 is the best Tony Hawk in my opinion. It's my favorite one. The other ones are fantastic, but they just kind of don't compare to the way that I felt when I was playing this for the first time. I loved the balance of collecting things and level design. I think School is my favorite level that they've ever made, and this is where it was introduced. School is the best level, period. It just is. It's one of the best skateboarding games. It's also one of the best games of all time. Wow. Listen to me. Hitting you with some just truth. And listen to how crazy that is. Wow. It's the best game. Yep. We'll see how it fares against like Diablo 2. I don't think it's going to do very well against a game like that, but it's just amazing. All right, Tony Hawk 1 is going to get a 2. No. Yes. Only because I wanted to fight for a position. I think this is a great introduction to the series. And of course, it is legendary for its existence because without this, we don't get 2 or 3, right? But I think this is a far better game. I had way more fun in this one. Hey, I'm Jerma Lammy. Jerma Lammy is Parappa the Rapper, but you have a guitar. Arguably has some of the best tracks of any of these games. I almost just swallowed my tongue. His dentures came out. Dude, that's such a fucking funny joke. Okay. in some point in the future, I'm gonna be talking and dentures are gonna come out. But you're gonna tell, because my teeth are gonna be looking fucking weird looking. How does that even happen? How do your outer dentures come out of your mouth? They're not like glued in? Well, not glued in, but isn't there denture adhesive? Is it just because you're not wearing the denture adhesive and you're like, I can get through this? Yeah, I'm Jerma Lammy. It is a Parappa the Rappa like. I'm gonna give this a 1. No, I'll give it 2. This didn't hit with me the same that Parappa did, but I still really, really 2 Michelin starred it. Oh yeah, this game. WrestleMania, this game, oh yes! WrestleMania, the arcade game. Where you play Doink the Clown, dude. Oh man, yeah, this is a 2 at least. I played this not just here. Yeah, come on now. This saw multiple hours over multiple systems, over multiple friends' houses. Everybody had their own kind of, it was these FMV sprites, but also cartoony, oh, the Undertaker has bats come out of him. Everybody had like their own little thing. Oh, nice, I'm glad we... Oh, The Undertaker versus The Undertaker! The Undertaker versus The Undertaker! That's back when games just put in, oh, I love it. That just sound file, that just play sound file 1, play sound file 1.
Tonight's matchup, The Undertaker versus The Undertaker and Razor Ramon and Bam Bam Bigelow.
And just such a simple logic of connecting the files together. Yeah, this one's great. Okay, hold on. I just saw this and I need to think about it. This is Lost Odyssey. This game's soundtrack is unbelievably good. And it's the only reason why it's on this list. Yeah, this is the car CD. This is the song. That's the song that played. When I had a bunch of acquaintances that I didn't really know that well, I drove them home and it was in the fucking CD player. And I remember I'd never met any of the, well, no, I'd met some of them. And I'd spent a little bit of time with most of them. There's probably 5 people in my car. And we're at kind of like a, how do you do? How's the weather? Kind of a relationship, you know what I'm saying? And that CD was in the car, and it was a situation where yeah, I can drive everybody home. That sounds great. Sir, everybody get in the car. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Oh, Jeremy. Excellent. Oh, yeah, I know Doug over there. Yeah, of course. Cool. Yeah, no, go on and get in. And that being in the radio, and everybody gets in, car turns on, we go, oh, let's put on the radio? Yeah, let's put the radio on. And this is the fucking thing that was just there. CD button gets pressed. This is the fucking thing that's in there. My Lost Odyssey OST CD. And I remember being like, what do I do? Because this is awesome. It's a great soundtrack. I didn't say it was from a video game. I was like, oh, this is a composer that, classical music, there's, we know Mozart and all those guys, but like this is a guy that's different than Mozart. I mean, you've probably heard that before. Dude, I went like Porky Pig style. What's even funnier? I never spoke to a single person that was in that car ever again for the rest of my life. That was the first and only real interaction outside of like, we are just acquaintances in the same room. They probably still tell that story. I have to get rid of it because of that. But that game is actually really, really fun. Wait, should I do that? No, wait a minute. No, I have to, there need to be eliminations. I only have 37 eliminations. The story probably doesn't even register to them. I probably don't even remember who I am. I'm just one of those people that turn to dust in your brain. Do you know what I mean? Just like oh yeah, nice to meet you. My name's Jeremy. And I'm just gone. You just turn to dust in their brain. It was a good game too. It was actually a really good game. It was a turn-based RPG. A lot of fun items. There was a bunch of playable characters. It had like a time-based attack system. Is this guy sitting in his chair? Is this guy leaning back in his chair? Oh, so I think it's in the cutscene. Why does it sound like a guy moving like a big chair around? Oh, he's building a house. Okay. I thought it was like a fucking like shack level chair, just kind of like somebody sitting in it and like shifting their butt around. And this was like Xbox kind of was looking for exclusive stuff. I believe they were contracted to just, hey, we want to have some cool RPGs on the Xbox. Yeah, at the time they were trying to appeal to the Japanese market. Yeah, but I mean, these games are great. This game is actually very, very, very good. If you're looking for like a JRPG style game, that you maybe never heard of before, that was really fun to play, this is definitely it. It's very good. You know what? Let it fight for its life. Fuck it. We'll do. It's fine. It's all right. Look at all. Oh, dude! It's all. It made it on the list. It made it to the list. I know that a lot of people like fucking hate this game because they hate the community and they hate everybody that plays this, and it's like one of those games where, oh, the community. This game is incredible. It's one of the best. It's one of the best games. It's one of the best. It's one of the most fun games I think I've ever played. A lot of people see, like I said in my top games of 2015 list, it's one of those, again, like, you have to play it, you have to play it, you have to play it. It's incredible, it's incredible, it's incredible. You haven't played it yet? You didn't do it yet? Why didn't you do it yet? Why didn't you do it yet? Why didn't you do it yet? Right? I've done that to Stir with this game for like probably the last like 5 to 10 years. So I get it. It's probably really, really annoying. But I do think just remove everything around this game. Remove just play it. Just play the game. If you've never played it, I'm sure you probably all heard about it. It's got one of the better soundtracks in any game. It's funny. It's a fun game. It's got a lot of interesting humor. It's just a great experience. The whole thing. Just do not look at anything around this game. Just play the game. Okay, here's the problem. Remember, this is I got to use some determination. I got to be determined for this one. If I give it a 4, am I only giving it a 4 because I'm being performative? But if I give it a 3, am I only giving it a 3 to also be performative? Am I giving it a 4 because I don't want somebody in chat to threaten me? Am I giving it a 3 because I don't want somebody to do a bat chest if I do 4? How do I feel? How do I feel really about this game? No, I'm just kidding. I did that for the clip. 3 stars. Undertale's a 3-star game. One of the best experiences I probably have had in a game like this. It stuck with me for a very long time, but I don't think it crossed over into that threshold of, my God, this is all I can think about every fucking day. But I think it is an experience that every single person should have if you own a video game related machine. Now do Vampire Survivors. All right. Dude, this game is sick. Dude, I played this more. Me and Holly were obsessed with this game. It's like the first thing we did when we woke up and the last thing we did before we went to sleep at one point. But I think it actually should be, oh man, this is why this thing is so hard to do. It's definitely not 1. It's way more important than that. I think 2 makes sense to me. And here's the thing. When this goes up against other shit and I have to eliminate other stuff, it probably will win most of those, which makes it up into 3, 4. Oh boy. Oh man, this is one of those games that just kind of develops the person that you turn into.
An actor, click actors and props.
3D Movie Maker, some of the highest viewed, most beloved videos I've ever made were made in this game. I spent a decade playing this, making movies, sending it to friends. We would go over each other's houses and laugh at the crazy shit that we'd make. Learning about like shot selection and pacing of a scene, I started to care about that here. It's just the most important thing in my childhood. And it's a 4, and it will always be there. I don't know why they don't make more stuff like this. Shit like this is so... It makes me just wish I had fucking $500 million in my checking account. Because I really do think stuff like this... I know that, like, Roblox exists and stuff like that, but that's more like game development kind of stuff. I wish there was more of this type of very easy to understand kind of art, video kind of movie making shit, animation type stuff that's not incredibly difficult to process. Because you know what a... Okay, look at that list of what the guy can do. He can run, he can jump, he can fly, he can get up. And then you have to use your brain to decide, like, hey, actually, jump could be a backflip too. I just have to make him, each frame, I have to kind of move him a little more. With how simple the game was, it bred such, like, invention through necessity. They're not making stuff like this to get younger people into creating things. At least in my view of, like, the kind of movie, television, animation world. I'm talking about easy-ass shit like this. Yeah, you can learn Blender, you can learn, like, Godot, you can learn, but there was a period in the 90s where there was so many of these, like, Looney Tunes, Acme Animation Studio, Mario Paint, 3D Movie Maker, The Simpsons, animate with Spider-Man animation, Spider-Man CD-ROM animation game. There was like a half a dozen of these that came out in like 1 year. Dude, Desktop Destroyer. Now this is a good one. This is one of those classic, is this a virus, old Windows 95 games, which I don't know. It was fun. It was fun. This is also one of those things where you pretended to fuck up your family computer. I remember very specifically doing the prank. This is how we pranked people back in the day. It's a series of little tools to like destroy your desktop. And all it is just a screenshot of the desktop, and you're kind of just playing with a layer on top of the screenshot. But Dad didn't know that. Mom didn't know that. Friends didn't know that. So you'd pull this up and be like, oh, hey, dude, you see, like, oh, dude, I'm burning my desktop. What the fuck? And I'd be like, dude, how are you gonna fix that? And it's like, it's just a joke, dude. It was so much fun. Because this, oh yeah, you can put bugs all over the computer and it'd be like, Mom, look, this termites all over the computer. What did you do? How do I get to Quicken? I need to get to Quicken. I'd be like, I don't know how to fix it. Okay. Oh, hey, look. Diablo 2. Oh.
Beware.
Okay.
The evil is strong ahead.
Maybe I give this like a 2. I'm currently playing the remake right now. Look, just cut. I'm gonna move my mouth for like maybe 100 frames. And you can just go back to every VOD I've ever talked about this game and just loop the GIF and just play the VOD. You know what I'm saying? Ready? Like, actually, you know what? I could probably just do this on my own. But it's, that's how I feel about ARPGs. I like collecting things. Wait, I could have used that shit. I like having multiple characters that are very distinct from each other. I don't like making a barbarian that's just every single barbarian ever. I don't want to play as my barbarian and just get stuff catered directly to my barbarian and only my barbarian. And look, like I said, I know that other ARPGs do this, but there's something about Diablo 2 in particular that feels like it did it the best. And everybody else seems to try to do it somewhat differently, and it's like, bro, no. Just do the Diablo 2 formula. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. The Dorito already exists. We don't need to reinvent the Dorito. I want the Diablo 2 loot system. I don't want a bunch of other weird bullshit. Okay, so as you can tell, there's other games that have tried to do this formula, like I just talked about. Diablo 2 did it the best. Diablo 2 is the best ARPG ever made. It's my favorite video game of all time. Or is it? We're gonna find out. The loot system, the generations that you get to keep, having your barbarian hand stuff down, getting the uniques that actually were worked and you just didn't out-level them in 2 fucking minutes. Oh, dude, look, a legendary just dropped. It's a level 5 legendary. Oh, a level 6 item just dropped. Dude, throw the legendary in the drug. No, go salvage it. I fucking hate video games. Let's get it out of the way, because we're on the topic. Diablo 3, I put on this list to destroy it. I put it on this list to destroy it. And why is it on this list if you hate this game so much? I don't hate this game. I think Diablo 3 is fine. But, to me, when they announced this game, I remember, look, this is probably in that VOD. I could skip forward 10 minutes and tell this story again. I'm going to tell it a little differently. Me and my brother, all through college, were talking about, I remember the Game Informer cover of this, where it was like, dude, it's finally happening. We're getting Diablo 3. And it was like, holy shit, I can't wait. And then they got rid of all the reasons why I liked Diablo 2 in the first place. The loot system completely changed. They added the real money auction house, which was just stupid. They put a real money auction house in the game, which meant they had to make the drop rate of all of the fucking items in the game so unbearably low that, like, you had to buy it. There were like 3 or 4 legendaries that even anybody cared about in the first place. I remember playing through the entire game. I'm not fucking kidding. I played through the entire game. I did not see one single legendary drop. Not one. Over, I think, 2 characters. At some point, they said, wow, maybe we should just delete the real money auction house because it's kind of stupid. So they delete the real money auction house. And then things got a little better. They patched it a few times. It was okay. But I don't know, man. Fuck that. They finally come out with the expansion. And the expansion fixes a lot of problems. The expansion actually made the game, I think, the best state that it was in. Reaper of Souls made this game actually fun. But I'll tell you something, too. I fucking hate it. And I wish I could just delete it from the game. When you kill more than 3 or 4 things in this game, as you probably see, it gives you a pop-up window about how awesome you are. Get out of here. Get the fuck away from me. I don't need a pop-up to pop up and say, hey, dude, 25 monsters killed plus 400 experience points. I don't, stop showing that to me. I don't care. If there's any way to take you out of a video game, it's to tell you every 10 fucking seconds that you're playing a video game. Why? This is the norm. This is what it is now. Hey, dude, you're playing a video game. 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 You're having fun playing the video game? Yeah, you're playing a video game. I know I'm playing a fucking video game. I bought the damn thing. All right, settle down, everybody. And you can't turn it off. I remember when the game first came out. Dude, okay, we're going to move on after this. When this game first came out, I was like, oh, that's stupid. I hate that. It's probably a UI setting I can just disable. No, I want to suck. I don't want to get fucking magic missile, frozen orb, destroy, splash, power, boom, 20,000, 10,000, 10,000. I want to have a fucking club in my hand and I want you to beat my ass. I want to have a shitty fucking gray weapon. I want to earn it. I want to earn that unique that I get. But I know those of you that are typing up like a 5-page essay about like how wrong I am that D3 is terrible. I still played it a lot and I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it with friends. I'm just a hater. And that's it. Because for the longest time, Diablo 1 comes out. Damn, what an amazing game. I didn't love Diablo 2 the way that I love Diablo 1 the way that I love... Oh my God, hold on. Correct the record. I didn't love Diablo 1 the way that I love Diablo 2. Diablo 2 felt like a direct sequel to Diablo 1. Diablo 1, great. Diablo 2, damn, we're moving on with that same formula. Diablo 3 felt like a different game. It was just too different for me. I wanted Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3. Instead, we got the fucking real money auction house. Okay, Unk, we get it. You're banned for life. I'll do it myself. I just don't, to me, that was like the start of that sort of like Blizzard, Activision, public company dog shit. Where, I could go on. You know what I mean? Like the Activision, Blizzard kind of dog shit, I believe to me started at that point between like Diablo 3 forward. And look, I will say this as well. I grew up with D2. If you grew up with D3, we imprint on the things that we grew up with. And I know it might sound like a personal attack from me to you if I say that Diablo 3 stinks. But just listen. That's not what it is. It's about like the Three Stooges. Three Stooges go to Manhattan. The Three Stooges. And they poke each other in the eyes and they fall down the stairs. Oh, right? And then the second movie comes out. And, oh, get out of here, get out of here. And then, like, in the third movie, like, they do that for like a decade. And in the third movie, they're like knitting. And it's like 3 different guys. And it's like, wait, this is what, where's the Three Stooges? But they're still called the Three Stooges. They literally still Moe, Larry, and Curly. But they don't, it's like it's like a completely different direction than like what the last 5 Three Stooges movies were. You turn something lots of us know about into something way less of us know about. The Three Stooges would be a 4-star on this. All right, anyways. Okay, where is the thing for PC? This is PC Man. The Thing is a horror third-person action game. It was, I think, some of your favorite streams. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people here, a lot of memes came from those streams. I had a lot of fun. The game was kind of annoying to play, but it was goofy and janky in all the right places. I have incredibly fond memories of playing this. I own the box for this too. I have the completed box for this. It's right there. It's literally been on the Reddit shelf for like 3 or 4 years. And if I think about like, okay, when I think of a stream or a video game content that I have done, this is the stuff that I think of where I have my most fun. A game that's not too bad, not too good, that has a lot of just funny stuff in it, where there's lots of openness for you to kind of mess around if you want to, and has difficult sections that need to be replayed over and over again. Stuff that has just enough crust on it, which makes it fun and funny. I think this is that perfect spot. Now, where does it stand? Okay, so this game, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've never seen any of those streams. It's based on the Thing movie franchise. And you get little companions that you run around with, and you can test them to see if they're an alien or not. You could just shoot this guy right now, and this guy could be an alien. And there was stress there. It was fun. You have a tester where you can like, it's definitely not a 4. I have to be real, because how can I put this next to Super Mario Brothers? I really don't think this deserves a 3. I think it's a 2, and it is. I have very fond memories about it, but I don't think it's up there with like Mario Galaxy or even Mad Dog McCree. Like, no, yeah. Well, it's gonna fight for its life. The 1 and 2 star games are fighting. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, this is going to cause some meltdowns. Half-Life 1, the original Half-Life 1. You would expect a Valve Andy like myself to put this pretty high up on the list. It's not. Half-Life 1 is higher than Half-Life 2. Let's just put it that way. I actually really didn't love Half-Life 2. I very much enjoyed Half-Life 1. And it's not even because the game is, oh, older is better and this guy's 40. I just think it was a better game. If I have to be really, really, really honest, in the grand scheme of all video games, it's this. In the grand scheme of video games. But in the grand scheme of Jeremy Albertson's life, I did it. I did it. It's not quite there. It's great. And yeah, I did put it on the same seed as Beavis and Butthead. But when they go up against each other, we need to see, if I care more about Beavis and Butthead or Half-Life 1. Oh my God, that's a It's like a rage bait post. Guys, I'm trying to figure out which game I think is like better and more impactful to me. I got Beavis and Butthead for the Super Nintendo versus Half-Life 1. That'll probably get you banned from some gaming subreddits. They'll think it's like an obvious rage post. Insane Aquarium, this is back when PopCap was amazing. PopCap before the EA acquisition. Man, imagine we got an Insane Aquarium 2 that didn't have like $3 power-ups that you bought and electrocuted all the zombies in a line, and it was like $2 every time you did that. And some of the levels were so difficult that it almost forced you to do that. Every tank was unique. I really loved all the kind of little side characters that did little bonus power-ups. Everybody had their own loadout and their own reason why. Squeaks played this because I begged him to. I remember I was in his chat at midnight one night in his offline chat, and I was like, please play Insane Aquarium, dude, please. And he was like, dude, okay. I was like, oh my God, thank you, dude, so much. This didn't happen. I made up that entire encounter, except for the part where I was in his offline chat at midnight, and I did say, please play Insane Aquarium. I don't think he saw it, though. I got donut walled. I got donut walled when you're not streaming and you're not there offline. It's a wonderful game. It's like a Flash type game. I love the old Flash stuff, the old kind of 2D, quick pick up and play it. You can play it for 10 minutes or you can play it for 20 hours. And I very much did. Damn, does it deserve that? Yeah, it does. It does. It does. It does. The Zoombiniville! You all know this is one of my favorite games ever made. What else can how do I even talk about the Zoombinis? The logical journey of the Zoombinis. The pizza making, it's a series, of course, of... The whole point is you're trying to get all the Zoombinis to this new land called Zoombiniville. And you can lose them along the way. People die in this game. You lose the Zoombinis. If you don't, you can literally end up with nobody. Each one of these games, these kind of puzzle and logic games, you could lose some along the way. And then you have a population at the end that you continue to do these games of various difficulty. And you have an entire population of the ones that you got through. Voice acting is incredible.
Right up.
You learn stuff. It's one of those like edutainment type games that was way more tainment than edu. Does that make sense? 4.0. Mech Warrior 2. Who doesn't love Mech Warrior? Especially 12-year-old me, who played this game at 4 frames a second. The computer definitely wasn't good enough. This is back in the day when you did not know and nobody really understood or really cared that there was such a thing as system requirements. I just thought that's how the game was played. Games that ran like shit, you just didn't even know. That's just the way the game was. There was no, oh dude, you gotta up your graphics, you gotta get a new graphics card. Oh, the game is like not really optimized. No, I put the disc in, I installed it, and it ran at 2 frames a second. That's just that's what I thought the game was. So my game actually looked like this. Let's see if I can bring back the nostalgia. No, it was worse than this. It was even worse than this. Okay, this is close. This is kind of close of what it actually was like to play this game on my Sony Vaio. But yeah, it's a classic. Mech Warrior, who doesn't love, I keep saying that shit, it's like the word of the day. Who doesn't love Mech Warrior? Probably a lot of you. It would have been more impactful if I could have really played it for real. Get rid of that. I saw that and got immediately annoyed that it was there. Yeah, but it was the free game on Windows. Do they even do that anymore? Another reason why Windows sucks. What happened to this? What happened to the stamp on the operating system? Do you know what happens if you type in games into the search bar on Microsoft Windows 11 and Windows 10? You got to go to the store. The default game is Morrowind. Do you know how cool it would be if they actually did something like that, it's just like Morrowind is just installed in every Windows 11 computer. It's just, it becomes the purple place. Talked about this for a second in offline chat. What a great opportunity to bring this up. Somebody in offline chat before the stream said that there's some console, I think there's like a switch that you can take a switch out of the library. You can check out the switch from the library. And it got me thinking about that and how hopeful, I really do think that would be awesome if you want to get people back into the libraries. You want the public libraries to actually be something people care about. Why is every NES game and the NES not there to be able to check out? Is it a monetary thing? I think that would be awesome. If there was like because I think that's what a lot of people in my generation and lower are going to care more about than books. And I don't mean that to be negative. I mean that just to be in reality. You're just saying that because you're illiterate. I'm saying put it in the Jumpstart games, man. You go back to all those old edutainment games. I think you'd fill the libraries back up if there was, you could check out like a little computer or something that had all this shit baked into it. I feel like there's a world where a lot of these game companies could just like shut up for a few minutes and like your old catalog, give it to some of these libraries to be able to like be checked out with like potential emulation. The ones that like nobody cares about, the ones that like people aren't really, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a world where that would be awesome. Because I don't think there's going to be very much money to be made on re-releasing half of the entire NES collection that aren't like Donkey Kong or, you know, first-party Mario titles or like Chrono Trigger. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to do something cool. How much would a monthly library pass be? I don't know. You make it affordable enough where it would make sense. I think that, well, the whole point of a library is it's a public library. It's the government. Where's the government on this? Get some funding to those libraries to get us Super Nintendos to check out. He's a communist? Let's give them those, let's let those kids check out the Super Nintendo from their library. He's a communist. I'm getting political. I'm not getting political. I just said I want a world where little Isaac Albertson can go into the library and there's a wall of regular NES games and they all have a punch card to check out. And we go back and it's like, hey, son, yeah, of course, that track and field really was a fun game. That's what I read when I was a kid. Read the books that Dad read. He wants everybody to have a puppy. No, I don't. That's a terrible idea. Animals are not just a funny little thing for you to have. Everyone shouldn't have a puppy. What if you're not ready for that? What if you're not ready for the animal, the responsibility to take care of it? Oh, ban that person for 15,000. Ban that person for 15,000 years in the deep part of the Andromeda Galaxy, which is about 4 to 7 seconds in that time to get to for the light to shine back to Earth. Actually, that would actually be like 500,000 years. Ban that person for 500,000 years. Simtown. Yep. This is going to get an F. Anybody remember this game? I remember this game because I remember the hamburger place. Oh no, was it a clown or a hamburger? There was like a hamburger building. Yes, the clown hamburger building. What? What do you want me to do? Give this a fucking D? You want me to do it? Fine. Just kidding. It was Sim City, and it was made by Maxis. They made this before they made The Sims, and they took a lot of stuff from this game into The Sims, which, by the way, why don't we just get this out of the way? Boink! Sims 1 is a 4-star. End of story. Okay, Strife. Strife was a game that I did not play. What the heck, dude? Hey, what do you mean? What are you talking about? There was a demo for this game. It was the Strife demo. And I played it 500 fucking times. When I was younger, I did not care nor understand. I thought the demo was just the game. And I loved it. It was so much, what a great full package that was. I'm going to eliminate this, but just know that of any demo I've ever played in my life, this one
small world, word travels fast.
takes the cake. I played it probably 15. I probably played like 20 to 30 hours of the demo, maybe more. Oh, and you can kill that guy if you want. This Freedom in Strife.
Release me. Leave an old man alone.
The Freedom... I didn't even do it. I didn't do that. But did you see? He just killed that guy for no reason. I'm going to have to give this a 1. Dude, the demo was fucking lit. It's going to be 1. It's a great first-person shooter, back in the boomer shooter, emergence of all of that shit. Not Doom, but Doom ain't on this list. The Strife demo sure is. That's a 1 star. Oh, dear. I played this. TF2 is probably higher than this on the final list, but it's just one of the best shooters ever made. And it turned it... Team Fortress, as a series, is the best shooter ever made. It's better than everything. Nothing can compare. Not a single other game compares to this. All those old two-fort never-ending conflict. Dude, I remember drinking like a case of Mountain Dew Code Red and just top fragging. And this would happen all day. The concept of the spy changed everything for me. Because even if you weren't that good, this is why TF2 and Team Fortress are just the best games ever. Even if you weren't really that good at doing very much of anything, you still could do something fun. Go to any TF2 game or any TFC game and just hold down tab and see how many spies are playing in that lobby. And then count how many points they all have collectively. There might be one guy that's at the top, but there's just people putting costumes on and walking around and stabbing people. And guess what? They're having some of the most fun in their entire life. I was not that great at first-person shooters. TFC was one of those games that I could just jump into, put on disguises, and I wouldn't even attack people. I would go try to blend in with the snipers up on the sniper roost. I wouldn't even attack them. I would just try to pretend to be a sniper because that was like a rush. Like, whoa. They don't know that it's not, they don't know it's not me. They think I'm a sniper. I would just hide and just hang out. And then when I had my perfect opportunity, like a trapdoor spider, I'd get like 2 kills a game as the spy. Because I would just be stalking this one person that was a sniper, and I would just hang out with them for like 20 minutes. And then I would just stab them one day. Every map was fun. They all translated to Team Fortress 2 so well. And let me be very clear. Let me be clear. Valve took Team Fortress Classic, which was already kind of like in that little bit later, but like the 1996, 1997, 1998. Diablo 2 comes out. Think about how much shit came out, by the way, in those few years. TFC, everything you see in TFC, and then what they made in TF2 was a direct, incredible sequel that was better than the last one and did what a sequel should truly do. Make another game that's hopefully better than the last one and just stay in the same road. You can change lanes, but please drive to the same fucking destination. If we're on a road, don't just get off at an exit and go a different road over to Utah. Stay on the road. We're taking a drive to California. Please stay on the road. Speaking of giving people creative outlets to make fun, interesting, goofy things, here's the movies. And this is in that category of 3D Movie Maker where, hey, why don't you just get in there and just make something crazy? It's being able to just throw ideas together that don't make sense, but then they make complete sense when you see the whole thing scene to scene. The fight scenes, the being able to throw people through the glass windows, the car crashes you can do, the drama, the like marital drama that you can come up with just by oh my God. Oh my God, he just rocked his head. I gotta play this. We gotta get back into this. I'm gonna give it 3. Total Distortion. Hell yeah. 4.0. Best game. One of the best games ever made. 4 stars. Let's go. It's in the top 10. It might be in the top 20. It's probably in the top 10. Point and click adventure game, but it's not what it is. This is a music video adventure, combat, weird 'em up goofy content creating experience. And it is an experience. This is one of the best things I've ever done in my whole life. All right, actually ban this to that guy that said it looks like dog shit. You are out of your fucking mind. You're making this game seem cooler and cooler over time, I swear. I am fucking begging you to play this game. Just go in. Don't even think about anything. Don't even listen to me. Just play it. All the games that you see that are like this, that are like weird and kind of crunchy and dusty and have like weird characters, this is the patient zero of all of those. This guy, Joe Sparks, just went wild one day and created one of the most fucked up, goofy, interesting, amazing experiences ever made. Joe Sparks still answers questions about this game on your original YouTube video to this day. That's wild. That's so cool. That makes me happy. All right, so you just went to sleep. The whole point is you don't want to have the nightmares touch your brain, which... And this game was so hard, if you had a nightmare, it fucked up your entire playthrough. Getting health back was kind of annoying. Getting energy back was difficult. Like, if you had a nightmare, you may as well just reset the whole game. So you go outside, and it becomes like a first-person adventure game where you have to go around and you have to take pictures of stuff. You fight stuff with a guitar, and the point is for you to take videos of stuff for you to use in a music video because everyone's looking for the next big thing. So you went to an alien planet to get some footage of shit that like could be in a cool music video.
No, you can't.
I can too.
Cannot.
Can.
Cannot.
Can.
Cannot.
Can.
Who is the Metal Lord?
The Metal Lord.
Developmental impact imprinted on me at a young age. This is why I am the guy I am. And the one right after it too, Twinson's Odyssey, Little Big Adventure 2, is... You talk about voice acting? I imitate these people to this day. I love the voices, I love the atmosphere. It's a game, if you don't know what Twinson's Odyssey is, it's a sequel to Little Big Adventure. I actually don't really care about the first game, which is so weird because I played the sequel first. It's very difficult. It's a platformer with really kind of awkward tank controls. But also you get weapons, you get all kinds. It's a great game. It's an adventure action, isometric for the most part. And every character has such a fun way of talking, has such a fun way of... It's a great just listen to this kind of game. It was equal parts fun platforming, equal parts challenging, equal parts fun to listen to, equal parts impactful, equal parts imprinting, equal parts 4 stars. All right, let's get these out of the way. Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3. Warcraft 2 is going to be lower than Warcraft 3. Y'all know how much I love Warcraft 3, especially the Frozen Throne, the whole campaign, Arthas, all the fun stuff that led into World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Kind of started here with the original Warcraft. This is Warcraft 2, though. Again, a lot of these, the importance of these kind of come back to how you felt when you were playing them and the people that you were surrounded with when you played them. And for some of you, that's people in a Discord call that you're hanging out with. And some of you are younger. For some of you, for me specifically, it was kind of a room full of people. Whether that was your parents or your siblings or friends. And I just kind of get teleported back to being in that computer. The mouse in my hand. And, you know, my brother or my sister kind of hanging out right here. And backseating each other and... Wait, no, you have to build more. You have to go that way. You kind of lock in these generational memories, and that's why you like this stuff.
At your service.
Because it reminds you of that moment where you were hanging out with your, like, friends, and that exact time that gets to be burnt into your brain that you can pull back and recall. I can't recall a lot of stuff where back in this time period, but I can recall very specific moments where I was playing this with my brother and sister. I can remember it like it was yesterday. They both getting 4. I spent most of my time in the mods in this game, in the custom maps. Again, this is like the original Roblox for a lot of everybody. Who doesn't love 700,000 games? Here we go. No, fuck that. It's 3. I'm not giving this a 4. That's not going up next to Diablo 2. I'm sorry.
Big head tennis.
It's funny that the source for this is my video. Has anybody played this game on YouTube?
I mean, let's be real here.
Oh my
At what
god.
point do you just burn it?
1 cent. I forgot about that.
Like, I bought this game for $10. So if you use the lowest valuation of this game, I paid for nearly 1,000 copies. And I'm
That's
gonna play
fucked up.
every single game in the box.
Okay, to give some brief context for those of you that didn't watch any of my old YouTube stuff from 15 years ago, or from some of you that are recently, that are here now that don't know what this is. There was I went on a kick where I was trying to play a lot of these compilation games for the PC. And this is the one that I kind of found that I had the most fun with. So this is 700,000 games. There's not 700,000 games in here. There's maybe like 150 games, 10,000 hidden object games, 10,000 jigsaw games, 50,000 like words. It was just like kind of clones upon clones upon clones. The games that were in here though, the unique ones, were just so weird. And I love to death. I love this stuff so much. When a company makes something like this and they just put a bunch of dog shit in here, picking through the trash sometimes is the most fun you can possibly have doing anything that we do here as gamers or as media consumers. Whether it's a bad TV show that you watch because you think it's funny, something like The Room as a movie is a good example too, where something can be objectively not great, but it's so charming because it exists and because it's so bad. This is definitely up there,
So I better get started.
where it's just a compilation of just mush, of just porridge. It doesn't deserve 4 stars, but it absolutely deserves 3. Just for the sake of, this is during the YouTube arc where I was trying to find interesting things to make videos on. And it's during that period where I was getting kind of bored of making just, you know, another TF2 video or another gaming video. I was just like, I was always kind of on the hunt for something different at this point in the YouTube arc. And it's right at that moment where I was like, this is so much fun. I have a newfound like love for making videos because it was so fun to make a video on. All right, this one here, Balatro. I debated on putting new games in this list once in the last year or two, because I had this philosophy where more than a couple of years had to go by. Like, is it fair for the recency bias to put games of the year from a year ago? And my idea was that I think like 2 or 3 years had to go by for you to remember if you loved it as much as you say you do. But then I said, whatever, who cares? Let's see how it fares against Diablo 2. Let's see how it fares against a lot of these games. I don't know if this is a 3 or 4. I think it is genuinely one of the best games for what it does. But I would be kind of full of shit if I told you that it shouldn't be 4. Just because of how much I've played this without you ever seeing it. I love card games. I'm a big, blackjack, obviously. Poker is cool. Casino games they're just fun to me. Poker is cool. Blackjack is cool. I love the kind of card stuff. I collect cards. I have, like decks of cards. And just the absolute sheer amount of time that I spent in this game is uncountable. The hours. It's got to be in the hundreds or thousands. Not the hundreds of thousands. The hundreds or thousands. I'm going to give it 3, and when I see it in front of other stuff, I can make a decision. This is the easiest 4. Yeah, Binding of Isaac, all the way from the original Flash game to where it is now. I think this is Edmund Macmillan's best game. I think it's not just Edmund Macmillan's best game, this is one of the best games ever made. I have thousands of hours in Binding of Isaac across 3 different consoles. My entire friend group was obsessed with this too. Every day we talked about it. Every day we would screen share this game to each other. I don't know if you guys remember Boo. Boo Man. From the old videos and some of the old content. He was an encyclopedia for this game. And we would be in calls all day. And I would be trying to, I'd be playing. I'd be like, oh, I just picked up, hey, what is Mom's knife? What does that do? And he would just kind of chime in and be like, oh, it's Mom's life. He would just give the exact item description. He knew every single thing. That's like how much we just played this every single fucking day for like 2 or 3 years. Zelda is, you know, this is based off of the Zelda formula. I think this is, I think this is better than Zelda. Binding of Isaac, I think, is better than The Legend of Zelda. Should I hold the shield up? Bioshock Infinite, I love the first like 2 to 4 hours of this game. When you actually get to Columbia and you get the reveal of Columbia and you go down and you get the circle song, it's just like, whoa, this is weird. And then everything's so beautiful and so wonderful. And then the game kind of starts to get going. You're like, wait, this place is fucked up. This place is weird. I think Bioshock 1 is probably a way better game. I just did not play it. There's my take. Do I think this thing belongs on the list with everything else? I'll give it a 1. Because let's find out. Because Bioshock is going to go up against something like Super Adventure Island. Ooh. I said a Warhead. I said a Warhead. Help. Blueprints. I'm going to talk shit about somebody in this offline chat, by the way. Somebody in offline chat said, I actually can't believe that you even played this game all the way through. Because I'm like so stupid and so impatient that I couldn't enjoy like what is effectively, I think, a masterpiece. Implying that like I have so bad ADHD that I can't sit down for 1 minute and play something, enjoy it, and get it right. This game is amazing. I will give you a negative on this game though. I think the whole point of the game, getting to a, I can't even say this without spoiling shit if you've never played it. The discovery period of this game where you're finding out what everything is and what everything does is what puts it so high up on my list. It's one of the most unique experiences you can ever have. It's like a shuffling kind of, it's like a card game, but it's not. You walk around on the cards. It can be very repetitive. It can be very grindy, especially because you have to do very specific shit that requires very specific random shit to happen, which can be pretty frustrating and pretty annoying. Late game gets too grindy, but the story as it plays out is cool. All the little magnifying glass to see hidden stuff. You have to go into this game with the patience that you are going to play it and care about it, and even if the game is a frustrating, grindy mess somewhere after the halfway point, the end result is worth doing. Holly and I actually played this together, and it was a wonderful, wonderful couch kind of get out the notebook and write notes about, oh, what was that? Write that down. We should probably remember that. It very much is a write everything down kind of game, especially late game. So Holly carried you. No, you see, he can never do anything. So somebody else had to do it for him. That's the only way. So his girlfriend is smart, so his girlfriend did it. That's the only way he could do that. He's too stupid. He's my stupid streamer. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. I hate him. I hate him. I love him. I hate him. Anyways, Gollum Chatter, my precious streamer. I'm gonna give it a 2 because I kind of want it to fight for its spot later. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This shouldn't be on here. Grandpa is the only reason why this is on here. I made a you know what? No. You know what? I have to fucking do this. I have to do this. This changed my whole life. This changed my life. This changed my whole life. Why did this change my whole life? Because I was a YouTuber and I was making YouTube videos and my channel was doing okay. My channel was doing all right. I made this character up and I made a series of Modern Warfare 3 videos. And they got on Machinima. They got like spread around. People thought they were funny. It was a character that I did in Modern Warfare 3 for like a year straight. This was the first time I ever got like a viral video. This Modern Warfare 3 Grandpa at the time, when we're talking before viewer inflation, by the way, that Machinima Grandpa video got like 280,000 views. My most viewed video at the time on my channel was like maybe 10,000. Maybe like 5 to 10,000 views, period. A ton of you came over from those Machinima videos. And it's one of the reasons why I continue to get larger as a YouTuber. Because of this stupid ass game. And I loved it because this game, I have to give it at least a 4. I'll deliberate when I come back. But it literally changed my whole life. I went from being like a 10K Andy on YouTube to being like a 200K Andy on YouTube in like a week because of that game and because of that character. Is it actually? I thought Machinima deleted all these videos. Is it still there? Oh, this is the one that I got to upload. That's right. There, yeah, 177,000 views. That's just on my channel. It had like 300,000 on Machinima's channel because they uploaded it too. That was the whole deal. Is they uploaded it and then like a day later or so, I could upload mine.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Modern Warfare 3. If you're as excited for this game as I was, being one of the top 10 players in the world. That's right, this is Jerma's grandfather here. Not Jerma, he's not as good as me. He can't give you the tips. He can't give you the strategies that I can. So let me just tell you that I'm one of the best players in the world. And I'll show you right here. Look at this. Get the fuck out of here, buddy. And let me tell you, I have so much confidence in my game. If I die one time in this fucking gameplay, then I'm gonna pay everybody $6,000. You understand me? That's how good I am. I usually put up 400.
I was doing that joke years ago.
And I'm pretty good at this game. I'm not that good, but I've been, people have told me that I'm pretty good.
Okay, hold on. I don't think that was for the joke for a video. I think I actually tried to shoot that guy and he was a teammate. So it actually kind of played out. It was like an old person playing the game.
So this gun is the Scar L and the attachments on it, and you gotta be the red dot sight, and it's gotta have less recoil, and the perks are gonna be Hardline Pro, sleight of hand.
Back when people cared about this.
I don't remember the third one. So I found that if you want to be lighter, you want to throw all your grenades out within the first 2 seconds of the game.
That's funny.
And every time you respawn. Funny. Because you don't want to carry that extra fucking weight. You know, that's just extra weight. And if you happen to hit somebody on your team with a flashbang, fuck them. And another tip I want to give you is always unload your entire clip whenever you shoot the gun. Because it just scares people away. They see the spray and they get scared of you. And that's how you show real dominance. You say, here's my gun, and here's me unloading the fucking whole clip on you. And hold on, I have to diarrhea. Okay, I'm back from diarrhea-ing, and I got another tip for you.
Diarrhea as
this
a verb.
One is for
okay, wait. Diarrhea as a verb was the funny part of that joke.
Communicating before the game. You always want to make sure people understand what your plan is, because you have to make sure they know what you're talking about. So make sure, here's an example. Has anybody in here seen the new movie with Adam Sandler with his big balls?
Wow, you're old.
Shut up, all right? Jesus, fuck. Here's a scoreboard from the game, and as you can tell, I got 13 kills, and 15 people in the game said I was a cool guy, and they got rid of deaths. There's no more deaths. I did not doctor this photo. So it looks like this for everybody, and if it doesn't look like this, then you have a computer bug. So I'll talk to you guys later. See you, have fun in the game, you fuckers.
Okay, so I made this video. And then Machinima was like, we loved it. Can you make 10 more of these? I was like, yeah. And I did. There's like, and then they deleted all of them. There were, I think, at least 7 or 8 or at least 10 grandpa different shooter videos. And I think they deleted all of them when Machinima got liquidated. Another channel actually re-uploaded some. There's a playlist, but by a lot of them re-uploaded. Copyright strike them all? I'm not gonna copyright strike it. Give me, it's my grandpa. I need my grandpa videos. What happened? Casino Inc. I'm gonna give this one a 3 or a 2. Wait, what did I give Modern Warfare? Okay, no, it's fine, it's a 3. We'll keep it as 3. I'm giving out 4s like candy. I gotta rein it in a little bit. because there's an opportunity for these to become 4s. All right, this is on here. People are gonna be pissed. Whatever, I don't care. This Expedition 33 is a great game. It's a phenomenal game. It's super fun. It's super interesting. I don't think this is a 4. I don't think this is a 3. Chat's gonna become enraged. Okay, well, hold on a minute. Fuck this game! Expedition 33 sucks! Alright, I'll see you next stream. Alright, haters, we're out of here. Fuck that game. See you next time on the next stream. Stream's over. Goodbye. Take it easy. Okay, I think they're all gone. I think that's what they only were waiting for that to happen, and then they left. Okay, there you go. It's the first RPG in a long time, a turn-based RPG that I actually gave a shit about, and that's saying something because it's been a long, long time. When was the last time you played a JRPG styled game that you really loved? It has been 20 years for me. Very long time. So that is why I put this on this list, because it's the first time that I've ever been like, holy shit, this game's great, to a turn-based game like this. It deserves it too. It genuinely does. If you're a hater and you've never played it, and you just like, somebody told you, hey, that game sucks, and you're like, yeah, that game sucks, it's worth playing. It's very good. The pacing of the game gets a little weird on the halfway point, but the story itself, I think, is worth it. It's a great story. There's a lot of shit going on in this story. All right, everybody. This is where we're getting to the hard shit. We don't need to show the gameplay. We don't need to show everybody knows what these are on this channel, especially. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not even gonna think about it. 3. 2. 1. Bloodborne is a 4. Elden Ring is a 4. Dark Souls 1. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad when I give Demon Souls a higher rating than Dark Souls 1, the remake. Oh man, I'm gonna get fucking killed. I'll tell you why. This game and all the shit around it. You could say Demon Souls. You could say Demon Souls deserves the 4 stars, not Dark Souls 1. I played this before I played Demon Souls. I went back and had to play Demon Souls much later because I didn't have a PS3. Demon Souls was a PS3 exclusive, and I didn't have a PS3 at the time. But this franchise, this Dark Souls franchise, started an unlocking of my favorite genre of video game, I think, honestly. And it's the grind for souls, level up, very difficult, spooky, weird, janky, kind of rogue-like but not really kind of game. It was just from here, I cared so much about this genre and this company after this. I originally had these two would be flipped, but I played these two recently, and oh my goodness, did I not enjoy this as much as I thought I did. I played this recently, and I talked a lot of shit about this game years ago. These two flip-flopped on me, because this is a better video game than this. But this game, I just was so much less frustrated playing this one the 3rd and 4th time through than this one. Because I've beaten all these games 5, 10 times each. Getting through this game for the first time was awesome. Playing this game for like the 5th time, especially after you haven't played it for a year or two. Like I said, I've told this story before. I played this with Holly. She sat right next to me, and every other area I looked over at her and I said, oh, hey, by the way, this upcoming area sucks. But once you get past this area, the next area is pretty good. And I said that to like every other area, but it's on the list. It's one of the most important fun games ever. Anything on Zombies Ate My Neighbors is better than Dark Souls 3. In an impact way, maybe. I don't know. Dark Souls 3 can fight its way up to Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and let's find out. In fact, I probably should do this, because this was such a big deal to me, especially. because Bloodborne had come out and they were going to use the Bloodborne engine for Dark Souls 3, and everyone was like, holy shit, that means the combat, the animations are going to be so much better. Dark Souls 3 is going to be fucking amazing because they're going to use the same stuff that Bloodborne used. I think they deserve to be on the same level now that I think about it, because they flipped, then they flopped, and then they flip-flopped. So let's get it real, okay? They're both 2. Dark Souls is 4. Dark Souls 1 is a masterpiece. Elden Ring is just everything that they wanted to make and mushed into one game. And Shadow of the Erd Tree came out at a time when I don't know, I attach Shadow of the Erd Tree to not really like a great time in my personal life. And I remember playing it, and I remember, because I streamed it once or twice, but that was a kind of when a lot of fucked up shit was going on. And I've opened up that game since, the DLC, and I've gone through it, and it's kind of weird. It's like an eerie, good feeling of like, oh yeah, I did play the fuck out of this. Remember how like, I felt like shit wasn't really going that great, but I was playing this and it was a lot of fun. I don't know if the DLC was like the best DLC, but it hit at the absolute perfect, necessary time for me personally. So, and I was looking forward to it so much. You talk about a kind of a, and it was like a sequel. Shadow of the Erd Tree was more of a sequel than a DLC to me. Oh, it's going to be as big as Limgrave. Bro, it's legitimately like 5 Limgraves on top of each other. It's just, it's going to be hard to not make this like somewhere in the top 5. Just, it's going to be hard. Putting this and Bloodborne together is going to be difficult, truly. But yeah. I believe it deserves to be there. I don't know if very many people are going to disagree with that. Oh. Fistful of frags. I have to be honest. It should be there. One of the most fun shooters of all time. And it was a mod, and then I believe it was like a standalone at one point. I think they did a standalone. If you've been desperate for a Western shooter where you got 6 bullets, or 2, or 5 shots, and not pink lights, yellow particle effects. If you are sick and fucking tired of that shit, this was the game that was right up your alley. I don't know how active this game is anymore, but it's genuinely one of the most fun games of all time. Every shot you did mattered. Every click mattered. Getting on that kill streak was so much fun. Getting that, what was the gun? The one-shot gun. It was huge. It was a big handgun. I think that was a teammate. You know, maybe we'll like fucking revive this game one day. And just like fill up like 10 lobbies worth of people. Because it really is so much fun. And we used to do that. I used to stream this game when it was actually kind of popular and relevant. But there's something about that. I can only shoot a few times, so they need to count. And everybody plays by that same rule. There's no ultimates. There's no like spells. There's no, it's just, did I shoot you in the face? Or did you get hit by the train like that guy? One of the best games of all time. Genuinely. Okay, Hearthstone! Fucking get out of here. The only reason why I was on there is because of Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds Hearthstone is... Can I rate Hearthstone Battlegrounds? I don't want to rate Hearthstone the game. I just want to rate the Battlegrounds version of the game. It's your list, man. All right, so that's how I feel about Hearthstone. But how do I feel about Battlegrounds? Because that's the only thing that I play and the only thing I care about, and it's the best thing that they ever did to this game. After like expansion 8, I just don't give a shit about this anymore. It's too many cards, too much power, too much fucking characters, too many new characters, too many portals they opened. Hearthstone 1.0 was fun. I liked it a lot. Hearthstone Battlegrounds, especially the early Battlegrounds, was peak Hearthstone for me. I'm gonna give this a rating. Let's let it fight, because I think about Battlegrounds and how awesome that was and how much fun it was. And I still play it sometimes. I did Hitman 2016 Plus. To me, they're all the same game. just with added levels and added DLCs effectively. Hitman 2016, Hitman 2, Hitman 3, it's the same game. It's just what I'm rating that era of Hitman effectively. Which is that fair? Probably not, but it's my list. Wonderful. Great, 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 great. Stayed with the ability to do whatever you want. Some of the levels were so huge, so engaging. I cried laughing at this. It's just so funny. They hit the nail. They were just so good. They're masters of this kind of genre. And I'm glad that they took what everyone said about Absolution, which, hey, Absolution sucks. And they said, oh, fuck, Absolution sucks. We may as well go back and make Hitman the way that we should make Hitman, the way that we originally did. And now they've been riding on these banger. Everybody loves this franchise again. I'm gonna give it a 2. All right, House Flipper, you know it's gonna be on this list, not because the game is particularly my favorite game of all time, but it created an environment where this is mainly video and stream stuff. Without streaming, I don't know if I would really put this anywhere. But the dynamic of going back with the chat and decorating the rooms and the fun, like cleaning up the trash and flipping the house, just the base game itself was so much fun. And then what it spawned, it had a huge impact on this channel because we made it that way. We made sure that I wanted it to be that way. Doing the House Flipper Invitational stuff was just a means to do something fun. That's it. There was no other motive on it. And I kind of just like picked this game to do that with. And it spawned some of the most fun I think I've ever had on stream. House Flipper 2 comes out, continues that. But I think House Flipper 1, just, it sits in a spot in my brain that cannot be replaced. I think so. Just because of all the fun that spawned out of this, like I said. All the fun shit that happened from that game. Dozens of streams. Tons of events, just so much shit around it that was just worth putting it at 3. Overwatch. Overwatch is on here because it was the Team Fortress 2 killer. It was the game that was going to take over the world, and Team Fortress 2, its big influence on Overwatch. Blizzard was making a Team Fortress-like? No way! They put so much effort into this, so much time into this. The original 2016 launch of this game, I loved it. I thought it was great. It's just a year or two after that, I just think they just dropped the ball. I just think that they dropped the bag, they dropped the ball at the end zone. This went from being what I was genuinely going to probably transition from the TF2 world, because I still was in there, I still was playing it a lot, to maybe I'm going to pick this game up and actually take it pretty seriously. It went from that to, the game was kind of fun in its beta years later. But that initial period, that first year or two of Overwatch was so awesome. It felt like you were in the ground level of a new biggest thing in the world. And I just kind of dropped it a year or two later. I'm going to give it a 1. I think it actually deserves to be there. At least that initial period. Here's Raven's Cry. And yes, it has to be here because of that video. That's the only reason why it's here. You lose 25 reputation to Spain. Oh, God. Should I play this game again? Should I stream this whole game? Oh, it's such a wonderfully terrible game. I don't know if I could stomach playing this more than like 10 hours. But they've released this game twice. The first version was so broken that they had to remake the game and re-release it. I'm not even kidding. That's what happened. There was Raven's Cry, and then there was Raven's Cry, like Vendetta or something. They patched out the swear guy, literally unplayable. Yeah, okay, so there's a guy. There was a scene where you're on a boat, and this morality cheers, and we're gonna do great. This guy was just screaming out random stuff, and they patched him out of the game. They replaced him with somebody else. Yeah, the Be Brave guy.
Be brave, motherfuckers!
Alright, this really does sound like... This sounds like somebody was just at like a bar drinking with their buddies and held a microphone in front of some one of their friends, was just like, hey, can you do like a fucking shitty pirate voice for me?
Be brave, horses, asses! Be brave, son of a bitches.
All right, this swear guy is seriously driving me crazy.
Be brave, horses, asses.
The harbor.
Be brave, fight of shit.
I think I saw a balcony.
We don't die today, you bitches.
about you?
Oh, it's so perfect. It's a one.
Worry. I'll figure something out.
I'm curious how that rises up the ranks if it does. Red Dead Redemption 2, 4. 4, 4, 4. Finally, a Western game that was well thought out. Voice acting's incredible. The story is fine. Okay, I think the actual full story of Red Dead Redemption. There's one or two things in particular that are incredible.
Hand him over.
But there's some parts of the story in Red Dead 2 that I thought were okay. And I'm talking about the very end of the game is the only thing that it's like literally a 0.1 on the scale. The very, 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 very end of the game. I'm talking like the last 20 minutes of the game. Not what you're thinking about. Not what you're thinking about. That part's incredible. It's been 7 years. Talk about it. Okay. If you never played Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm going to say a couple things about the very, very end of the game. I would have liked to see a different take on what happened at the very, 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 very end of the game with Dutch. I wanted to see a little. I want to see something a little different. That's not to say that I didn't think it was good. I maybe would have wanted to see a little bit more, because it kind of felt like this whole culmination of everything, and then just zero, just done, zero. I wanted to fucking talk to that guy. I wanted to hear more. They were handcuffed by Red Dead 1. Yeah. I just loved Dutch as a character, and I wanted to talk to him and hear more shit. I didn't want him just to kind of like sleeve into the bushes like Homer Simpson. That was like a Norm Macdonald bit where you just said unrelated shit for 3 minutes, and then the punchline was, I just wanted to talk to him. I did. I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to hear more shit from him. Team Fortress 2. Why? Let's get it out of the way. Why not? I have spoken, let's call it maybe 400 or 500 million sentences on my YouTube channel and on my Twitch channel. I would say probably 40 to 50 million of those sentences were related to this game. I think 10% of everything I've said over the last decade has been about this game. My whole life took a pivot when I installed this game. From the YouTube stuff to the other content, to it all started with me playing this game with fraps on. Kind of like I talked about with Modern Warfare 3, but not even close. It's the reason why I started making videos. This is the reason why I'm in front of this camera right now. It's the only reason why I'm here. If it wasn't for Team Fortress, I would not be sitting in this chair. I'd be doing something else. Whatever it is, I don't know. This was his game. Oh, this is... You want my prediction? Here's my prediction. This is number one of all time. Number one in the top left slot on S+ tier. There's one other game, only one, that I think can take that spot. After looking at all of this, and let's do it right now. World of Warcraft. To a lot of you watching right now, this is like the Yankees probably in 2002, 2003, where you're just like, no, the Yankees win. The Yankees win. I know. I will never understand WoW. I know, and that's what I'm talking about. That person just got destroyed. But everything. I've been playing this game for like 25 years, and I still play it. I got Stir to play this game for like 3 days. Do you know how difficult that was? Do you know how hard it was to do that? I think I probably could successfully perform brain surgery more than get Stir to play World of Warcraft for 1 hour. And I did it. The community that came with this, the friendships, the whole entire ecosystems were built on this game. Especially Classic. And it's just up there. It's top 3. If it's not 1, it's 2 or 3. I don't know where it is, but who knows? I might be full of shit. I remember playing this with, we talked about playing this with family, and obviously here are all of the expansions. Let me just do you a favor, okay? I'm gonna do you a favor. That one's gone. We don't even have to talk about that one, but it had to be on here. We're gonna get rid of that one. But should these? I might just. Should these be individual, or should it just be kind of just mold them all into WoW? I feel like Legion is a different game because individual. It's but. World of Warcraft might be 1, TBC might be 2, and Wrath might be 3 of all time on my all-time actual final list. That would be fucked up, but also that makes it way more powerful. If I merge TBC, Wrath, and Classic into one game, that's the Triforce. That is the Triforce. That's the Triforce of courage, wisdom, and domination, or whatever the other one is. Strength, power, destruction. I don't know. I haven't played Zelda. I played one Zelda in my whole life. It's just more content in the same game. Oh, that hit me in real life. Okay, WoW is one entity. But what about Legion? So that's classic WoW though. Classic WoW, this is not classic WoW. This is different. This is a different game. Yes, I swear to God it is. And it's a fucking 1. Okay. Classic World of Warcraft. Or post-classic, but not quite dog shit yet World of Warcraft. Cataclysm was better than Modern. Yeah, but it's look, we sucked it all into one. They are different, chat, you're crazy. What are you talking about? These two are very different. I'm going to say classic era WoW is up to Cataclysm. That's kind of makes sense to me. Why did you eliminate TBC and Wrath? Did you just get here? Oh, fuck. This is original Smite. This is not Smite 2. The best MOBA. Sorry. Everybody that's throwing tomatoes. It's not League. It's not Dota. It's not Han. It's not Heroes of the Storm. This is the best MOBA. This was the most fun MOBA. From 2015 to like 2018. This shit was scorching hot fire. You just weren't there. You weren't there when Hi-Rez actually was trying to make and push this game, and they put a ton of time into it. There was so much like community shit around this game. They were adding shit like every fucking day, it felt like. They were so hungry to have like a fun game that was in the genre. And now the Ninja Turtles are in it. And Avatar: The Last Airbender. Which is... And then they made the second game. And I don't even know why they made a second game. Like, why did they even make... It's because Unreal Engine is just so dated. Unreal 3, right? They had to do it at some point because probably finding developers for Unreal 3 is probably incredibly difficult. It was more fun as a casual MOBA. That's how I played it. Yes, I did. Yeah, I made Smite breakdown videos. Oh my god, do I have to watch that? Fine. We watch this like once every few years to embarrass me.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Jerma here with Smite Sunday. Welcome to the first Smite Sunday on this channel, where I break down a god or I show you a good gameplay
every
and
Sunday.
Talk about it potentially,
I did
or
this
I do a live
3
commentary.
times.
But today
I did this 3 times.
Going to first.
This
to
video
do
might
sort of a
have
god
the
breakdown
least
and
amount of
sort
views on my
small
whole
tutorial
original
video.
channel.
It's because Anubis is one of those characters in this game that he's not a free god. He's not one of the free gods when you install the game. But he's the one that I feel like everybody unlocks first.
True.
And then plays him completely incorrectly. I was one of these people that when I first downloaded this game, I said, oh my god, Anubis, the god of the dead. Oh my god, I get this guy. I gotta play with him and see. He's so cool. And I would just get trashed on. And that's because Anubis is one of the most damaging gods in the game, but he also dies incredibly. So instead of reading off of the wiki page and telling you all the damage numbers, which are very, very easy to find on the internet, I'm just going to tell you what the moves do and when you should be utilizing them, when you should be not using them. I'm not going to
tell you what the moves do or what they are, but like just go Google that.
Which is Plague of Locusts. It's on the 1 key, skill key number 1. And upon activation, Anubis will stand still and launch out a bunch of bugs at people in a cone. Kind of disgusting. It lasts for 3 seconds and ticks for damage every 0.5 seconds. So when should you use this move? Now, I would typically say that this should be part of your non-ultimate combo. I'll get into that in a few minutes.
Stop. So it sounds like an AI voice.
But as part of your... when should you use this move?
Okay, how many views did this video have? Let me take a guess. I think this video has 40,000 views. 73,000 views. That's from hate watchers in the last few years. I've shouted this video out before. Those are hate watchers from the chat for sure, without a doubt. That video had like 10,000 views for like 8 years. It's just hate watchers. It's fine. That's a solid 2. Dude, Tactical Intervention. Okay, Tactical Intervention is one of the best awful games of all time. This was made by the guy that made Counter-Strike, and it was a huge deal at the time. Everybody talked about this. The guy that made Counter-Strike is making a new game, and it's gonna be fucking crazy. This is the best, goofiest, weirdest game I've ever played. There was a highway level on this game where you drove around in cars that were as light as a box that came in from Amazon. Like 40 pounds, like 20 pounds, 10 pounds. It was like a piece of furniture. It was like an IKEA furniture box. If you crashed into somebody, they literally flew. The cars went flying. I have a video on this. Pull up the video.
Dude, you can control this. You just... What is the objective?
Oh my god! That wasn't even a player. That wasn't even a player.
Hold on.
That wasn't even a player, dude. There was just some guy on the highway. Like, why did they make this game like this?
What is the objective?
Like, look at this dude. That dude was already out of the car. It's fucking outrageous.
God, dude.
Dude, did you hear that? Listen to that squeak. That somebody is literally like crushing me.
How's this guy doing? He looks like he's...
Oh, it's Boo!
He's just like looking at me, just beeping. He's just...
Alright, it's been a long time since I've seen this. That's pretty good. That was fucking crazy. God. This has 1 million views!
What the fuck?
When did this get to 1 million? But yeah, that's why it's on this list. Tactical Intervention is just so broken and so weird. You can't even play it anymore. The servers are off. You can't even buy it on Steam. I don't think it even exists. The game does not exist. This is one of the best games, probably the best indie game ever made. It is surely up there. And yes, is this life-changing? I don't know if it like changed my life as much as it changed. I just played it so much, and it was something that I cared about very deeply. Multiple times I've gone back to, again, 4 stars doesn't necessarily have to mean it like... I was like, what's going on? Am I doing that? I want to say that 4 stars can also mean something that a game that you loved so much that you went back to play it potentially more than 10 times over the course of its life cycle. I have started Stardew Valley probably 20 times. I've played through a full year or 2 season at least 10 to 20 times. And I think that puts it into the category where it should be in one of the best games of all time for you. How many times can you play a game over and over again before you admit that it is probably one of your favorite games? So that's my reasoning for it being 4. Wrestling Empire. You all asked about if there was going to be an M. Dickey game on here. There sure is. One of the funniest games ever made. This is one of the funniest video games you can play. If you are not laughing your way through this, I don't know how. I don't know what humor is to you. It's a 3-star. It is. There's no doubt in my mind that the amount of joy I got from this experience, the maybe 20 to 40 hours I put into this, I went back to it one other time off stream. It's just so fucking funny. Great. It's exactly where it needs to be for now. All right, this is the Demon Souls remake. No. This is Demon Souls. This is just Demon Souls. And I'm going to give this a 3. I also would give the Demon Souls remake a 3. I think Demon Souls is better than Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. And people have told me that was a stupid take. But Demon Souls to me is... I like the kind of haunted house. It's just a bunch of goofy shit to do. All the areas are just so weird. It has aura. It's also their first game. It's their first game in this kind of way to make them. This third-person action, pick up your souls, boss battles, dodge roll game, this is the first time they made one. From Software had like 30 games before Demon Souls. It's just they perfected the formula for this exact kind of genre. And it's why I'm going to give it a 3. It deserves it. And the remake would get that too. Nintendo... Oh, that's a jump scare. Those of you that don't remember what the Labo was, it was a Switch 1 game that was building... I can't listen to this guy right now. It was building cardboard toys. Did I eat that?
Ate it. Wasn't even that hard. You know, I was actually thinking of like what a funny joke might be.
This is comedian Jeremy. This is comedy Jeremy.
Like, okay, here's the Nintendo Labo. Are we ready, guys? Here it comes. And then just burn it in front of you.
That would have been awesome. It's sick. Oh, dude, comedy Jeremy. Yeah, I miss that guy sometimes, you know? What the fuck? No fucking way. No way. No way. I'm wearing the same shirt that I wore 10 years ago. Dude, that's weird. That's actually creepy.
I'm like, nah, I can't do that.
That's creepy. Why do I have this shirt still? It was so much fun, though. It is some of the most fun I've had on stream. The actual toys, I did all of them. I did every Labo. There was 3 or 4 of them. It was so much fun. I'm going to have to... I want to give this... I'm giving it a 3. I'm giving it a 3 because it was so fun. Those streams was so much fun. I remember them so fondly. WWE 2K14. Why is this on the list? Because this is the last WWE game where people could have hands that were as big as their body. This is where all the Jerma Rumbles were made in 2K13 and 2K14 specifically. Unfortunately, it ran like absolute shit if you had more than like 100 created characters, which I did. But as a wrestling game, I actually don't know. I've never played it. I have no idea. What's the gameplay like in this game? I don't know. I only had CPUs fight each other, and I just made characters. It's a 2. Oh, this is my video on this. Okay, this is the U-Star in the movies thing. More PlayStation 3 slop. PlayStation 3 iToy slop, whatever it was called.
You little shit, it's not a tumor, okay? I'm gonna strangle your parents, okay? That's what's gonna happen to them. I'm gonna put my hands around their neck and strangle them.
The best part about this is the SNL live studio audience kind of thing of looking off to the right side to make sure I'm still in frame. As if I'm reading a cue card.
Shit, it's not a tumor, okay?
They do this on SNL.
I'm gonna strangle your parents, okay?
Like right here, ready?
I'm gonna put my hands around their neck and strangle them.
That kind of like look off to the side of, I gotta make sure I'm saying the right shit, and what do I say after this?
Tonight's homework is page 25 of...
What's the matter?
So much fun to do this, though.
It might be a tumor.
You little shit, it's not a tumor, okay?
God. Maybe I should play this again. You put you put yourself into movie scenes. They cut out the actor and you replace the actor.
I've got bad news.
Bad news, huh? What is it?
Apparently your brother, Glenn Ross, is on his way here. He wants to do a quick audit.
An audit? How did you let that happen? How could he have come in here? Where's his mother?
The only problem is that we just lost Janet. On check stand 3, her shift is about to begin.
Shit.
I'm standing up.
Dead, sir. She passed away last night.
Why wasn't I informed about this?
I don't think so, sir.
No, you should know that because I'm the boss of this whole place. You need to inform me of these things. You're fucking fired. Pack up your bags and get out of here, and take that dog with you.
This was so much fun. It's getting a 1. It's great, but can it really compare? Also in the same vein, this one too. This is you're in the movies, not you star in the movies.
I think I'm just doing fat suit next time.
They were shushing me.
Jeez.
Rates this film E for
Dial
everyone?
M for a menu. Today's meal is murder. There's plenty to eat when murder's on the menu. Murder
Who
at the
even
mansion.
dies here?
Everyone has a motive. Everyone has a secret. Everyone is a suspect.
What was the dancing?
Who
I don't
has
see
the
any
last
green
laugh
behind me
when a joke goes too far? But who is to blame?
Oh.
Who is guilty of murder at the mansion?
It's the guy in the red shirt. He's attacked and he's hurt everybody.
Okay, this game is incredible because everything that you're seeing is not me acting in front of a camera. You play a series of mini games that are pump up the balloon, jump over the hurdles, and the game then takes your mini game video footage and puts it into a movie. So it's not you acting, it's you punching a punching bag, and then they take that footage, they take random snapshots of it and put it in the game. It's really fun. I put it in the same category as U-Star. Mortal Kombat 3, 3 stars. Boom. Done. Don't need to read it. Don't need to say anything about it. This is the best Mortal Kombat in the classic era. Best characters, best character kind of class synergies. Whatever the fucking that word means. Who cares? Look it up. It's got the best character. What is the word? It's got the best characters. Move on. Just say characters. Cabal and Smoke were my 1 and 2s. Roster, thank you. Variety, thank you. Cast, thank you. Selection, thank you. Movesets, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I could do a like 25 hit combo with Smoke in this game, and I would beat all the older kids. All the like adults would come up to the machine, and I would destroy them. Best Mortal Kombat out of 1, 2, and 3. But I think the first one was the most impactful, but I think this one was like more fun of a game. What did I give Mortal Kombat 1? No, I gave 3. Okay, no, that's fine. I think that they're on the right place. Where's Pac-Man? The original Pac-Man. Not very high. Am I allowed to make this lower than a 2? I don't think so. I thought I was muted. That would have been so funny. If I would have, oh, too bad. That would have been sick if I was muted. And all you hear is Pac-Man music and me standing up being like, oh my God. Okay. That's actually where I think it belongs. It's great. But I don't think, I think it needs to fight for it. I think I need to see it fight for it. This is the big one. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the actual arcade cabinet. There was a bowling alley that was down the street from where I lived when I was a kid, and this thing was lit up like a Christmas tree. Going to that bowling alley, you knew you were going to play some bowling, a string or two with your friends. You're going to turn around, and there was going to be this awesome, gorgeous display. That Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right on the top. The lights were there. It was like a blue, purple. You could hear this volume from a mile away, too. You could hear it. You could hear people playing it. This is the best arcade game of all time. I am completely and totally ready to tell you that. It's a 4, and it's wonderful. It's amazing. It's one of the best games of all time. At least in the arcade. Also, another one of these 4-star experiences, of course, it's going to be The Simpsons. Oh, he didn't do the whole thing. There it is. The game's just good. I've played this many times. So not only did they have one of the best TV shows, they had one of the best games too. Isn't that crazy? Imagine if they had made a movie at this point, not decades later. Imagine having one of the best video games, the best TV shows, and the best movies, all within a year or two of each other. That would be crazy. This game could have like 7 people playing it. The X-Men beat 'em up game. That's the first time I've ever been able to do that. I did it pretty. I think I did it pretty good. You just woke my dog up. Oh, who's a good boy? Oh, hey, who's it? You, come here, come on. Who's the best dog ever? Are you a good dog? There, I fixed it. Your dog likes me now. Yeah, this cabinet was so weird, and it always was fucked up. So this had to be a dual screen. They had to have, because the cabinet was so huge, you could have 6 people playing this at the same time. There had to be 2 CRTs right next to each other. And one of them was always weirdly calibrated, and the brightness and the contrast was just wrong. So you'd have this problem where this side of the screen looked fine, but this side of the screen was like sepia toned. It used mirrors? Wait, it wasn't 2 screens? Wait, how did it use a mirror? It was a mirror? Wait, wouldn't that just mirror the image? It was big across. How did that work? Look it up. It's crazy.
Again, this is 2 25-inch monitors that are next to each other. I mean, this picture is gigantic. It's like how far across? It's like 3 feet across. I mean, it's insanity. And it actually does a really good job with the mirrors to line up the 2 images. I mean, you can kind of see a seam, but it's not that distracting.
I can't believe this. I've never heard of this
Since I'm over here, I'll be Nightcrawler. All right, and I will be this Colossus.
So that's why it looks so weird sometimes?
Adam doesn't have this on free play, so we have to kind of coin up manually.
It's both 2 screens reflected to be next to each other.
Here.
Nightcrawler, Colossus. Yeah, sometimes that other screen would be totally messed up. It'd be like green. I wonder why. Was it just the mirror just dirty? It's just like a dirty ass mirror. It's awesome. It's getting a 2. Oh my God, that's it. They've all been seated. Okay, so how this is going to work. What's going to happen tomorrow? I'm going to click next on this. We're going to go to the next round. Round 2 is going to take every 1-star game, and they're all going to go against each other. So there'll be, I'll press next. All the 1-star games are going to get shuffled. Going to go, and then it's going to line up 3 random 1-star games. I have to pick 1 to move on. The other 2 are eliminated. Gone. It's not a, well, I can like put that at 1 star. They're just deleted. Once that's done, anything that made it past that round is going to be qualified as a 2-star. The 2-star games, after that round, it's going to be a 1v1 for things that are 2-starred to place them into 3. The final round is everything that has been determined a 3- and 4-star game. We're going to do, baked into this same site, a big giga tier list with the final, probably top 100, top 70, whatever it is. But yeah, the tier list is going to be fun because one of the reasons why I didn't want to do like a 4-star elimination bracket is because everything that I'm giving 3 and 4 stars is considered to me to be one of my favorite games of all time, one of my favorite impactful things that's happened, right? If you put up 3 4-star games, or even 3 3-star games, and I have to get rid of 2 or 3 of them, I feel like you're removing stuff that I don't actually want to have removed from the final list. So we're only consolidating from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and then 3 and 4 are just going to be mushed together on the same list. But, you know, tiered out. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Thanks for sticking around. I know that these have been longer streams and they've been a lot of just kind of info. But the seeding rounds have been very important just to kind of get it preliminarily where they need to be. And then they start dropping.